Let's get ready to rumble!
Ladies and gentlemen, y'all remember the Crack is Whack campaign back in the late 80s?
This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs.
That's Claressa Shields, a.k.a. Foofy Foofy, a.k.a. Pookie's girlfriend in New Jack City. I was prom queen back in King's High School. Oh, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, oh, she's all fried up. It's all fried up. Ain't no coming back. Ain't no coming back. You just can't scrape the brown out her brain. You just can't scrape it away. You just can't just throw it in the garbage. You can't just throw the egg toast in the garbage. Ladies and gentlemen, Claressa Shields took it to Twitter.
Donation.
Once again, we're the delusional. She goes, I've been working so hard. That's when the hate get loud. They know I'm about to break records, debunk all their false narratives, and win again. It's all part of the game. It's all part of the game. It's all part of the game that you so delusional, the most delusional athlete that I've ever seen in my entire life. Ladies and gentlemen, what false narrative? What is the false narrative that the people was talking about you, Claressa Shields? That you would have married a man? That's a false narrative? That you got a tattoo of that married man right here under your tetas? And he don't got no tattoo of you. He still got the Remy Ma tattoo. Is that a false narrative? Is it a false narrative that I am a 19-time world champion and stuff? I'm about to break records like if you're doing something great. Ladies and gentlemen, and for those that don't know the sport of boxing like that, let me just quickly tell you about these 18, 19-time world champion. I'm about to become a 21-time world champion. How you got them belts anyway? Quickly, just to let y'all know, because it seems I think a lot of people don't know this. Claressa Shields has won the majority of her 18 major world titles via vacant belts. Vacant, likely 12 to 15 or more, depending on how unifications and multiple belts per fight are counted. I am not going to take away that the girl could fight. I am not going to take away that Claressa Shields is one of the best. Right? Top 5, one of the best in women boxing. Top 5, one of the best in women boxing history. All right? Probably she's going to land as number 5. All right? You got Amanda Serrano, you got Katie Taylor, you got Layla Ali, you got, Christy Martin, and maybe Claressa Shields will land in 5. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she will land in 5. Or Ann Wolf, she'll probably land on 6. Maybe, I don't know. All I'm saying is, what you're doing is, it's almost like, in the NBA when they was trying to say that Russell Westbrook was stat patent his triple-double, in which I disagree. Russell Westbrook was doing his thing. Let me say it like this, man. Getting them triple-doubles per season. Well, he had like four triple-double seasons and stuff like that. That's hard to do. But you know when people were trying to say stat patent, like that became a thing in the NBA? This is what Claressa Shields and her team and a promotional company is doing. They stat patent their belts and accomplishment, which really doesn't mean anything. Oh, I'm going to go back there to the 160-pound division and fight Mrs. Brady. She's a unified champion, but how she got them belts as well? She fought a nobody for the vacant titles and stuff like that. And it was vacant like for a couple of years. She beat Olive, whatever her name is. No disrespect, but at the end of the day, I know boxing. She's a 7-1 chick, 42-year-old. This is the stat patent in the sport of boxing we're talking about. Now, there's champions. Most of the female and male is champions. There's a difference between being a champion, but there's a difference between being a champion and the belt holders. They are champions, but they are belt holders. Just because you're a belt holder doesn't make you a legitimate champion. And that doesn't mean because you have beaten champions. Now look, women boxing is on the rise. Is the level that has never been, thanks to the rivalry between Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor that elevated women boxing to where I believe it should have been in a very, very long time. People are into women boxing more than ever. They're respecting the women. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Amanda Serrano, gonna be performing in California, August 21st. First ever 12 rounds, 2 minute 12 rounds. You feel me? And got the opportunity to break Christy Martin's record for the most knockout in women boxing history. Now that's greatness right there. your stat patent accomplishment with belts and your 3 knockouts ain't no great. Ladies and gentlemen, that's not great. That's not great. 3 knockouts in your and the thing is you fighting girls in those divisions that part-time boxers and you can't knock them out. You telling me, hey, yo, Claressa Shields, if you don't go in your next fight, when is it, August 15, August 12, something like that in Atlanta? We already know who's gonna sell those tickets. It's gonna be Big Legs to Taseki. It's gonna be Orlando Brown versus Ray J. This ain't nobody trying to see Claressa Shields and Mrs. Brady Bunch, huh? So you're gonna beat her, and that's why you're so confident. That's why you could still be in the gym with the married man, the gigolo upstairs. That's why, because if you was very serious about this fight, you wouldn't have no man in the gym with you, just like the men wouldn't have their ladies and their wives in the gym with them. You know what I'm saying? Once it's training camp, they lock in. The family knows the nature of their job. Once you go to training camp, ladies, they're out the training camp. You know what I'm saying? They're out the gym like that. Maybe in their downtime, when they got that day or 2 days of break of training camp, they'll invite the wives over and stuff like that, and the kids over, you know. But in the gym, hitting the bag, that's when you know, look, Claressa Shields gonna beat this chick. We all know that. That's why she don't gotta train that hard. She's having fat camp. And for those of you that don't know what fat camp, this is not people in the sport of boxing that's, oh man, you body shaming. No. It's a thing called the fat camp, meaning when a fighter goes into training camp, right? They secure a deal, they secure a fight, and they know they're gonna. They've been so unprofessional outside of the ring. They'll gain like 30 pounds, 30 to 40 pounds, in which they're not going to training camp and really work on sharpening their tools and the game plan. It's all about getting into that weight. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes these fighters lose because they just spend their camp just trying to get to the weight. You feel me? So right now, we know if Claressa Shields been almost walking around 200 pounds, she's going to go to the 160. That means it's almost like 40 pounds. She's in fat camp right now. You know what I'm saying? She's not taking K. Scott serious. We all know she's gonna be K. Scott. She's not even in. She's not in the level. She shouldn't even be in the ring with a Claressa Shields. But that's where women boxing is at in certain divisions. You know what I'm saying? Certain divisions is way weaker than others. You know, the middleweight division, the 168-pound division is kind of weak for the most part. The heavyweight division is the weaker division that in the history of the sport of boxing, in male or female. You know what I'm saying? Of this era. So if you want to really compete, 154, 147, 140, 130, 135, you know what I'm saying? The little division in the sport of boxing. So those are the prestige divisions in the sport of boxing and women boxing. Claressa Shields doesn't campaign in that. All she's doing is stat patent, faking the people not outside of the sport of boxing. Because if she talks and does interview with the people inside of the sport of boxing, they will fact check her and tell her all of this things that a real boxing pundit will call out. And then the casuals will understand that her accomplishment, 19-time, 21-time world champion. How you 21-time world champion? She thinks that if she beats somebody, right, and there's like 3 belts on the line, that she's a 3-time world champion. No, you only beat that girl once, and you become that one champion. Now, how many belts you've held? You know what I'm saying? You counting how many belts you held. I'm going to give you an example, ladies and gentlemen. If, let's say, Katie Taylor, for example, I'm giving you an example. Katie Taylor is undisputed, right? And let's say Chantel Cameron fights Katie Taylor, right? I'm giving you an example, folks. And Chantel Cameron beats Katie Taylor to become undisputed. Chantel Cameron doesn't become a 4-time world champion. No. Chantel Cameron will become that 1-time champion on that same night, beating that same girl for the four belts, but you don't become a 4-time world champion. That means you're gonna have to fight her 4 times to become world champion. Or put it this way: if Chantel Cameron says, "Okay, I'm gonna fight Katie Taylor. I beat Katie Taylor, I become a world champion." Then she fights Michaela Mayer. 2-time world champion, because Michaela Mayer is a champion. If she fight, I'm gonna fight Alicia Baumgartner, you become 3-time world champion. Let's say I want to fight Caroline Dubois. Then she become a 4-time world champion. That's the way that you say 4-time world champion. You know what I'm saying? And that's what she's getting the people confused. And that's what she's saying. 21-time world champion. Stop. You're not fooling us in the sport of boxing. You may go to the Breakfast Club. You may go to the, you may fool the Shade Room. You may fool other podcasts that doesn't know nothing about the sport of boxing. You may go to the Wallow and Willie the Kid in the $1 Million Game, whatever, and stuff like that. Shout out to those. You may go to Drink Champs. You may go to but you're not going to fool the boxing community. We laugh every time you say 19 times. Now you saying 21 times. Ain't you what, 18-0, 19-0? So how you 21 times? In the end of the day, man, there is no hate. Nobody, I'll be honest, nobody hates on you, really. Nobody hates on what you've done. 2-time gold Olympic. No, you represented us. Ain't nobody in the Olympics. Nobody's hating on you. This is what people don't like about you. Is that people are here looking out for you, and you think that the people that are looking out for you are the haters. If the constant is, why they talking about my man? Why they talking about, because that man is not your man, and we're letting you know that man is not your man, and that man is taken, and that man is playing you like a fool. So we giving you we're schooling you. Whether it's harsh, tough love, little jokey joke on, you know what I'm saying? Within the mission of waking your ass up. You feel me? Maybe shame you so you could wake up. Some people sometimes need to be shamed. Why you saying that? Why you making fun of me? But it's true. Most of the jokes about you is true. See, nobody's hating on your situation. We're letting you know that the situation that you in this fake relationship, it looks like you're the only one in this relationship and everybody else sees it. Everybody see the play. Everybody see the play, and they're letting you know what it is. You feel me? That's like a coach. Hey, yo, look, this guy's going to try to throw you a fastball and then a curveball. Look out for that. I'm telling you to look out for it, to anticipate what's going on so there won't be no real hurt, so you could understand what's going on. We're trying to coach you into this because it seemed like you a pup in this relationship. It's like this guy from the city, you know what I'm saying, is schooling this chick from the country. And I'm not saying that the country don't know nothing about school or relationship, but it seems like there is, you know, the gap, the age gap, the New York cotorra. You know what I'm saying? The New York, that's what we're known for, New York cotorra, right? And you getting blind, and they could take over your mind. And we see it. So we're not hating on you. We're trying to wake your ass up. And people are getting frustrated because you don't want to wake up. And it's right there in front of your face. He's getting a divorce. It's been, 2+ years? Woman, that man ain't getting no divorce. You want to have kids, the dude probably got, I'm saying probably got a vasectomy, because I don't know, almost a 50-year-old still dealing with a divorce, got a little one, the golden one, right? You think he's trying to get another one? You think from you? Hey, yo, put it this way. You can't even be in the same room with his little princess. What damn fool is going to jump in a relationship, have more kids, and your siblings can't even coexist? You can't even be yo, put it this way. Remy Ma ain't that crazy to have her child, your unhinged self, in the room with her own child. Have you spent, we seen the birthday party, the McDonald's birthday party. Were you invited? Exactly. And look, goes beyond the Claressa Shields. If you're in a relationship, right? You break up with a significant other, your baby mama, your wife, or whatever, your child's mother. Now I ain't gonna say maybe baby mama and stuff like that. That's not a good term. But anyway, and you move on, but you can't even bring your kids around your current girl or your current man, that means you're not in a good situation. That means it's still you should not. You're not ready to enter another relationship because you can't give it your all. You can't. And if your kids is your everything, how you gonna be with somebody and you can experience your everything, your other your what people say baggage. You know what I'm saying? You can't even. It doesn't coexist. So you're not in a good place, Sinead Shields. Everybody knows that you're not in a good place. So for you saying people hating and stuff like that, now you just delusional. People looking out for you. The thing is, people are getting tired of looking out for you, and they turning them looking out for you into jokes because you keep on saying that everybody's hating and you just don't get it, and you looking man dumb out here. So you know what? Give me that same energy. So what else you said? Break records. Oh, stop it. That's when the hate. I've been working so hard. You should be working hard. I mean, you're a professional athlete, right? A prestige professional athlete. Nobody's hating on you that you're working hard. Nobody's hating on that. We want you as a boxing pundit to get down in the weight that's necessary to get the credible opponents. So when you do beat these credible fighters, you get the respect that is just due. You know what I'm saying? You was when you started. You was around the 154. You was there 100. All right, go to 160 and stuff like that. But you let yourself go. Nobody thinks that this girl, Mrs. Brady Bunch, is gonna give you any type of competition, and we know that. And you're gonna be, oh, I did this, I did that. Stop it. That's a cakewalk. That's the reason why you train the way that you train. That's why you could be on social media every day, because you don't believe, and everybody doesn't believe that this girl is any type of a challenge. You're gonna pretend like you conquer the world. Stop it. The GOAT era is not the GOAT era. The People's Champ. She hashtagged the People's Champ. Sinead Shields, you are the last combat fighter, the last athlete to say the People's Champ. You are nowhere the People's Champ. You know you don't have the qualities, the ingredients to be the People's Champ. Now, if you do seek help and manage your character, the type of character and personality to inspire young women, inspire women around the world, inspire athletes around the world. You know what I'm saying? And be likable. You cannot be the People's Champ if you're not liked. You cannot be the People's Champ and act the way that you act on professional, trying to slap other contemporaries and stuff like that, in which Alicia Baumgartner did say in a recent interview that the consequences will be paid. You're not the People's Champ if you're in a relationship that nobody wants to be in. That type of relationship, downgrading yourself to the highest power. You're not the People's Champ if you hate other greatness within your contemporaries. You hate on Amanda Serrano, Alicia Baumgartner. You're no longer friends because of what Franchon Cruz. You disrespected your own one of the realest friends that you had. You downplay every significant victory and every significant greatness in the women boxing, as everybody's all hands on deck and elevating the sport of boxing, women boxing, and you're the only one out. How can you be the People's Champ? Look online. Look at the comment section. Look at the videos. Are you the People's Champ? No. The only people that does support you is those that got the same mindset as you. The same type of brain in that pan. The extra eggs that are fried as well. Those are the only people that support you. The people that are around you, they're there for the financial ride. That's it. Will it be a downfall right now? Will Sinead Shields learn something? No, because she's not going to lose to this chick. She's not going to lose. She's not going to lose in the ring like that if she's going to stay within the division that she want to campaign in. 160, 68, heavyweight. What she's going to lose, like I said in my last video, is when Remy Ma's husband put the plug on her, and then she's going to turn and she's going to go into unfortunate. She's going to turn into a mode, a dangerous mode, a danger to herself, I believe. That's how she's going to lose. She's going to lose outside of the ring, not inside of the ring. She lost the respect of her family. She don't got no real friends around her. She don't got no real. The gigolo is not a real dude. He's taking advantage of the vulnerability, the insecureness that you have, and everybody knows that you have. You could crack a smile all you want. You could pretend like you got confidence and stuff like that. You could fight. But what happened when the fight thing is all over? Who will want to be associated with you? You're arguably one of the most toxic individuals in boxing and athletic. I've been around the arenas. I've been around the people that matters. They don't like you either. They tolerate you because in the end of the day, there's still money to be made because you're winning. So when you're winning, it's tolerable. There's athletes, especially in the sport of boxing, but boxers are more tolerable than any other athletes and stuff like that. But that's why you can't get endorsements. You keep on fighting, you keep on winning. There's always going to be some business there. But boxing is a very short career. What happens when it's all said and done? You're 30 plus years old. It's going to come. It's going to come. And then that's when you're going to have your wake-up call. So, ladies and gentlemen, you better have your, what you call it, when people are, need help. And hey, folks around you better get them interventions now. The interventions. Get the intervention right now before it's too late. That's all I'm saying. Subscribe to the channel. Punch Rung. Love y'all. God bless. And on to the next.